Happy Thursday, everybody. We're here. It's Thursday Night Sweet Chin Music, episode 10. Pop, bring our guys in.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
With a nasty temperament. Ice, well, his watch is working as well as ours. No, there it is. How about it?
Help! He's got a boner! Get off me, fart knocker!
Why you gotta do Biggie like that?
Fart knocker.
I missed it.
Oh, he gave each person a little vignette to come into, and for years he did Beavis and Butthead.
Oh,
Yeah, but wasn't that the wrestling scene though? Where he's
It was.
wrestling.
It was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
wrestling scene.
It's a wrestling scene.
Well, welcome everybody.
I tell you,
Thanks for
Biggie
coming.
Shaq gets no respect around here.
He gets
You gotta
plenty
do
of
better,
respect.
Pop.
it's all right.
It's all right. We know Pop loves Hogan.
So glad to be here. Another Sweet Chin Music. It was a fantastic week for the WWE. AEW was per normal, but I felt like that was a good Raw. I don't know if y'all felt the same way or not. I think so.
Dynamite Raw, just no matches. What, 3 or 4? 4 matches, I believe.
They don't do matches anymore. The matches
Yeah,
are in
promos.
pay-per-view.
Yeah, and I get it. Going into WrestleMania, who shows up for, and they're selling out. They're selling out buildings to watch people talk.
Well, okay, let's be fair. We've had the Rock experience for about 2 months now, and that's the first time he actually laid his hands on someone. Besides the one time he smacked Cody, this is the first time he really touched somebody, so that was a little fun.
What's up, Bleeker?
Were you surprised he finally did something big?
I didn't know. I mean, it was a lot of blabbering for a long time. I mean, his promos are good. They're better than
Yeah, right.
Roman's and the rest. But yeah, I was a little surprised. I was hoping we get a little bit of action by now. It'd been nice if Cody put up just a little elbow or something would have been a lot more fun. But whatever. He just kind of laid there and bled like a pig and let Rock mangle him. He must just really, appreciate the Rock's his touch or whatever, because I don't know, treat him like an equal, not like a god, is all I'm saying.
I foresee that was what I think. This Monday kind of convinced me more than ever that Cody's gonna win, because you can't whip him more than cream and then have him lose at WrestleMania too and expect him to ever come back from that in the crowd's eyes. Like, if he's getting beat now, I think he's got to get the win at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, this whole I just think that the fans are done with Roman Reigns. I mean, he's nothing. And I mean,
he's a part-timer that's about to have even more time off. He's got a movie to go do. The Rock's got a movie to go do. I just don't see a program between two guys that are going to be gone. I mean, that's going to be really hard to pull off. What would they do? You know what I mean? Are they going to send in pre-tapes every week, or I don't know. James, you're the one that's convinced that we're going to have a Rock Roman after WrestleMania. How would you tackle their schedule?
It doesn't have to be for the title. It can be for the bloodline after, I really, like I said, I don't think the bloodline will be with him after Mania.
I thought you said Cody was going to lose and Roman would still have the title.
Well, I don't know, man. It's so hard because I think they don't even know yet, to be honest with you. I think that they're basing a lot of stuff off of, like you said, who's got to do movies, who can commit to what, who's injured, who's not.
Exactly. I see Dr. Von Hoot said somewhere that he he thinks it's got to be tempting for them at this point to keep the title on Roman for, more days.
For what?
But that would be the only reason if you're going for the record.
That record it means something, but it also doesn't. I mean, How many
days does he need, Pop, for the next achievement unlock?
It's not even the right championship.
True. Cena Rock. Pop's got a good point. Rock was never there. And Cena kind of made that the whole point. Records don't mean anything, Pop says.
No, they mean something to Hogan.
They mean something to WWE. If they didn't, you wouldn't see them on their Instagram posts and stuff like that.
But the thing is, it's not even the same title.
Well, it's the World Championship.
No, it's not. It's the Universal Championship that they made up to make it seem better when they split.
Which one's the World then? What's the World?
That's Seth Rollins' title.
I felt like that was more than made up because the Universal replaced the World.
Well, to be fair, they're all made up.
Yeah, but wasn't the Universal?
They cost money.
The Universal was before the one Seth has, and it replaced the World for a while. I thought. Oh, it don't matter. Yeah, let's say it don't. Let's say it ain't.
A combination title, right? Wasn't the Universal a unified title?
Then what title does Seth Rollins have?
He has the made-up World. Yeah, the Universal is the head big belt. The big belt.
The Universal is the WCW and WWE lineal championships.
Okay, so that's dumb. Because
Seth's was literally created because Roman wasn't around.
Right. That's the one that's made up in my mind.
Title.
That's why they're calling that one the working class title instead of.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like the United States Championship, which they barely use anymore.
Well, it's like, so The Rock has been on TV more in 2024 than Roman.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Let that sink in for you, bro.
He's not getting
everybody.
He's not getting over. And the bloodline, as far as a faction goes, is at the bottom of the barrel. It's done. It's played out. It needs to move along.
CM Punk.
Samoan.
What do you guys have? What about CM Punk?
Weird to see him get a referee or like timekeeper or something or other, Oh, we know what's going to happen. Here, I'll tell you how it's going to happen. He's going to be on the sidelines. The ref's going to get hurt. He's going to have to go and get on the ref thing and count somebody.
That would be awesome.
That's what's going to happen. There's no way.
Is he going to screw Drew over in some way?
No, I think that either way, he doesn't care because he wants to fight whoever it is next, whether it be Seth or. But what I'm hearing is both Seth Rollins and Lynch's contracts are up in 2 months.
Well, what else are they going to do?
So you got to wonder if, maybe because they've accomplished everything and they've got all the money that they need, they might quit, man. You quit on top.
They just opened a third coffee shop.
I think
I
think Seth Rollins is going to lose to McIntyre. I think that's going to happen. And that's when I think Priest is going to come out with the Money in the Bank. And he's going to beat McIntyre after that because it's going to be a hard match.
No, maybe that's when Priest won't be able to cash in, and then he'll get kicked out of Judgment Day.
Why won't he be able to cash in?
No, because what's his name will beat him too.
McIntyre? No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, they're kind of building that.
I kind of think Priest as a title holder would be nice, not the tag titles.
He don't mean enough right now. He's fallen off. This ain't Priest from 6 months ago.
It's true.
I don't see it. I kind of like James Willie's Drew McIntyre beats him too, and maybe takes the Judgment Day over.
Drew McIntyre to the Judgment Day.
He's had a little interactions with mommy, hasn't he, James?
He has, but so is Andrade, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I think the fans would have a harder time believing that because everybody knows who Andrade is married to.
Yeah, but they all know who mommy's married to too, and that doesn't mean a
True
difference. And they all know Dom's married, and
buddy. What a man! That guy is in the most in AEW's version of the most evil group, and his name is Buddy.
You're right.
Buddy Murphy. Who just left WWE? One of the Irish guys.
Oh, like NXT, you mean?
Yeah, what was his name?
Oh, the guy that just quit, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't. But yeah, but that's just storyline. Rich
Oh,
Holland.
that's not real.
Rich Holland, right?
Rich Holland, yeah.
He was part of the
storyline. That's not. He didn't.
Oh yeah, that's totally storyline. Yeah.
Pop says Rhea should be my girl. F Buddy. How can you do Buddy like that?
My favorite was, did you see the whole Shayna Baszler on the house show? And then she thinks it's Rhea Ripley standing there, so she covers her eyes in the corner, and she's like, "Come give me the stink face," obviously because she's a lesbian, right? Or bisexual. And then instead Nia Jax knocks down Rhea, and then she's still sitting there going like this, and then you see Nia Jax go over and give her a face full of whatever you want to call that.
Oh,
refrigerator Jax.
Right?
That woman has
She's definitely a big chick, man. 270, 6 foot tall. She's bigger than me.
Well, I want to hear from Biggie Shaq. Biggie, who are you excited about right now? You watched Raw.
Okay.
What tripped your trigger, man?
Well, let me clarify. I didn't watch all of Raw. I watched some highlights. I saw. What did I see? Y'all haven't really refreshed any of my memory besides the Rock and Cody stuff. What else happened?
So we had The Rock and Cody. We had Seth, CM Punk, and Drew McIntyre. And CM Punk will be special announcer for that match.
Okay.
What else did we have? Did Randy Orton do anything?
I think that we touched on something that before the show, but it wasn't Raw. I like the Rhodes family wrestling training thing. And then they've been doing promos, and their freaking like trademark symbol is a Brahma bull, which come on, man. Like, what is that, new or old? I don't know. And they actually brought up The Rock during it, and he was like, "Fuck The Rock." And that was my favorite thing that happened last week. So it wasn't even on Raw.
What about the billboard they showed while Rock was beating up on Cody?
Okay, yeah, that was good too.
That was Cena and who else?
Stone Cold.
He opened up the door to the empty arena almost, and I had a big banner up with that on it. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
And the other one had Charlotte Flair on it.
So you think Charlotte Flair is going to come back?
For sure.
Maybe after Rhea retains.
Rhea Ripley ain't going to win.
What?
She's losing.
Sorry.
Why would you mess with what they got going on with her?
Nah, she's losing.
I do not agree with that.
Well, we're just going to have to put wagers on it because we can bet on that stuff now.
What did you think about? Of course, all the "look at you now," as The Rock said, but he's really taken it to the kindergarten playground with the roadies, the Mama Road stuff. Is that really? Is that good for y'all, or do y'all think it's cool to bring in the moms?
No.
I don't think it. It's
I don't
so
like it at all.
phony. Like
even
The Rock is
push the story is gross.
It sounds
The Rock
made
is
up.
so scripted. Like the guys, his team he has writing for him. This is just. I don't get the appeal of The Rock right now. I don't understand why people are losing their minds or selling out buildings to see him for 30 minutes of a 3-hour show. He doesn't do it for me anymore.
But you still see him more than Roman.
Well, he wasn't.
I get that we see him more than Roman. I think 30 minutes on this program is huge, considering the matches only go 5 minutes and there's 4 of them.
He wasn't even supposed to be there this time. First of all, what I was told, he wasn't supposed to be there. It is more. It's kind of entertaining for me, The Rock stuff, more than anything. I think he's almost like he's bipolar. One week it seems like he's going to turn and he might be on Cody's side, but now he's back to the I'm a heel again. It's like next week he'll be having us thinking he's going to turn on Roman, and then who knows, dude? I don't know what's going on. It's really up in the air.
I think what Beckerman just said was that his writers are just so bad right now. They are not writing him well.
I don't think they've been good in a long time. I mean, this is the guy that says stuff like Rudy, Pooty, Tootie, Fruity. Like, he's not funny. The stuff didn't get over with me 20 years ago, and it's not getting over with me now. Like,
so
I think he's a cornball.
The reason it got over like 20 years ago is because it was Rudy Pooty.
Woohoo! We have a visitor.
Oh, Izzy!
What's up, guys? I finally get to go on the show. I can never go on the show on Thursdays, man. It's like the worst day for me. But I think I sneaked away from the family. Finish my story. Finish my story.
Finish your story.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Well, let's give Izzy some time here. Izzy, thoughts on wrestling right now?
I'm loving it. This is the way I love wrestling, like this, where you have freedom to kind of like say what you want to say and do what you want to do, because this has been probably the best Monday Night Raw. Well, this has probably been the best Monday. Nope, CM Punk is another one that had some freedom. You know what I'm saying? He had freedom. So, and the best line I heard all day was Drew, man. That line from Drew was like, dude, you're straight edge. You don't do drugs. You don't drink, but you always at rehab. That was perfect. So, yeah, so I love it. And you know what? I'm looking forward to WrestleMania. That's how I want my WrestleMania. But I wanted to get tickets for the Brooklyn show that's on Monday, and they're asking for way too much money. For Upper Deck, it starts at $150.
Jeez.
Oof.
There you have it, guys.
It's a little expensive. Well, is the AEW
they're actually
anything
like
you want to say
$30
about
tickets normally? You know what? AEW is
this
never
a
low.
Monday Night Raw?
You know what I think about AEW? AEW. What was that? No, this is Monday Night Raw.
Was that for?
This is Raw.
That's
but
for Monday
they announced
Night Raw?
that Rock's gonna be there. Yeah, Rock's gonna be there. So Rock and Roman. So
I don't mean to interrupt you, Izzy, but there was one more thing in Raw that I don't think we brought up, was the Dominic getting punched by the one chick, the man chick, right?
Becky Lynch.
That was hilarious.
That was pretty good.
That was a great punch, though. The fact that they went slow-mo on it, too. So she really did knock him.
Yeah, she got him good.
You got to give Dominic love, man. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Dominic is one of those guys that he's taking the punches. No, he's taking the punches, literally. You know, he's playing to the role he was given.
He can't wrestle.
Well, he's still a Mysterio, and he's young too. So you know, he didn't get the thing with Dominic is that we seen him grow up. Like we literally seen this kid grow up. So,
he's going to lose at Mania though to his dad.
But that match hasn't been made official. There's rumors that it's supposed to be like yeah, they didn't make that match official. All I'm hearing is that it's gonna be kind of like all I hear is that it's gonna be like a 6-way match where it's gonna be the LWO versus Legado del Fan, and Dominic's gonna be involved in that. So we'll see. Yeah, but I don't like their treatment of the LWO, but I never think the LWO was ever big to begin with. They were always a knockoff of NWO. So if you're a knockoff of something, what's going on? I mean, I wish they did their own thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yes, CJ, we are live.
Acknowledge CJ, Pop.
Acknowledge me. That's all I can say. Acknowledge
Perfect.
That's funny.
Now that's showing you love. Here's my problem right now. My problem is that Roman is looking extremely weak going into WrestleMania.
Looking? When has he ever looked strong?
Before The Rock showed up?
When has he ever won clean?
It's not the winning clean aspect. It's the fact that he's forgotten in this whole storyline now.
And that'll be the turning. That'll be the turning. Is like
because
took the spotlight off him. You know,
in all the fans' minds, he's forgotten.
Yeah, but Rock showing up made him forgettable.
Let's I have an around the horn question, and we'll start with Alan, and then go to Biggie, Willie, and so on and so forth. Who has lost the most of who's lost the spot they were at the most with The Rock being there right now and pushing stars kind of out of the way? Alan?
I'm gonna have to agree with Izzy and say Roman Reigns has definitely lost the most, because Seth Rollins is even more in the picture, Cody is more in the picture, and CM Punk is getting more in the picture. I mean, Drew McIntyre's more in the picture. All around that whole thing, even the rest of the bloodline is more in the picture because The Rock is there, and Roman is taking a back seat where he belongs.
Where he belongs. Oh, I like that.
Roman. Okay, let's imagine Rock ain't even here, right? How entertaining would Roman be? You know, like we might get at the same amount of spots, the same amount of promos, pretty much. It kind of took the shine off of Cody at first because shit, he was out of the picture completely. Now, you know, it's kind of like the opposites is Cody and Rock more than Roman. So I gotta agree that Roman is, but I don't know how much he would have mattered anyway. I don't know, you know, like he's pretty pathetic, and it's all disgusting. Like I think by WrestleMania, we're just going to see how selfish The Rock is. Do you think in your Peabody brain that you deserve the strap or you deserve most of the main event? Is what we're going to find out. That's all I can think.
James?
Solo Sikoa. Because what happened to his push? Now he's losing on house shows and on dark matches, and now he's just that guy. You know, I mean, I don't know. I think he got the dirtiest end of the whole stick, and so far because he's so young and he's such a good talent.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. I'm with you on the whole Solo thing, but I think they have plans for Solo. And I don't think Solo was hurting by The Rock's appearance. I think he was hurting already before The Rock appeared, because he needs a story to get himself out of the story, right? I think he's going to be more involved with the Jay and Jimmy story that's happening right now. So I see that happening with that. But I will say this much, and I agree with pretty much what the rest of the panel was saying. Roman has suffered the most from this, and he's the one that's supposed to be the top bill, because he's the one that has the title, he's the one that has the reign, he's the one that Cody's supposed to be hunting for, and you just degraded him to just a sideshow. What they did on Monday with The Rock and Cody, personally, I loved it. I thought it was great, but what they did was they made Roman irrelevant. By doing that, they made it so it was about The Rock. And, you know, first of all, they're calling The Rock the final boss. If you're called the final boss, you're supposed to be the last guy you fight. Roman's supposed to be the final boss, not The Rock. So what ends up happening is that you could see this. They made it very perfectly clear to me. Cena and Austin are showing up to defend Cody while the Bloodline is doing their shenanigans, so that Cody could get some kind of clean victory against Roman. Right? They're gonna push those guys away. They're gonna show up to push those guys away. That's why they put it the truck up, and it was so nicely lit. That truck in the background was nicely lit to let you know Cena and Austin are watching. You know what I'm saying? And the only person that could probably go above The Rock would be Austin. Austin is going to take care of The Rock in his little 5-second stitch that he's going to show up in. Cena's going to probably take care of the rest of the gang. He'll probably take care of Solo, because when he left, it was Solo. It was Solo and Cena. So that's what's going to happen. And then, you know, Heyman's going to be Heyman. I wouldn't be surprised if Cody's wife showed up. I wouldn't be surprised if Dustin shows up.
Oh, Dustin will show up for sure.
Yeah, Dustin's showing up.
Yeah, we all said that earlier.
Yeah, Dustin is mouthing off.
Ago.
He's mouthing
off. I brought up Austin a while ago too.
Yeah, he's talking, and they're actually putting him on screen. They put him on screen on Wednesday in AEW. So there's some kind of agreement that they made so Dustin could show up, and they do that kind of stuff every so often. So Dustin's gonna show up. Heck, we might even see this girl show up.
Oh,
whatever
Brandy?
her name. Yeah, Brandy might show up. I'm sure she'll show up. And of course,
100%.
it's gonna end with Mama Rhodes getting the belt, and they're gonna be crying. So Cody's definitely. I cannot see a scenario where Cody doesn't win. If he doesn't win, then Cody's story's done, and it was all for naught.
Cody might as well go back to AEW if he don't win.
Well,
Willie don't think.
Remember that one? Remember that?
Willie
story?
has an argument where if he loses, the story ain't over. Like he thinks that. I mean, I'll let you say what do you say about that, Willie? If he loses, is it done, or do you still believe it?
They can go back and watch the last show, but I mean, like, there's lots of ways they could because you wouldn't care. That's the whole point. So then you'd have him, like I said, have him go on a huge losing streak till Royal Rumble. Have Cody lose up until Rumble, and then guess what? He wins 3 times, and then who's the champ next year?
No one's gonna care.
Rock,
because there's other people that
final boss.
There's other people out there, and Papa said it. LA Knight was destroyed because of that loss. I knew that match that happened in Saudi Arabia with LA Knight and Roman. I knew that was gonna mess up old.
Well, his momentum 100%.
Yeah, his momentum was destroyed after that match. And even now, where the match with AJ Styles, I'll get to you, Becca. The match with AJ Styles and him, I actually like that match, but they screwed him up.
Yeah, so Pop didn't get a go. LA Knight, for now, but as the top guys go, though, it's Roman. I agree with Pop. LA Knight's a fine selection because he's lost a lot this year. He has lost his spot that he had. His momentum, his t-shirt sales. He was the hottest thing 6 months ago, and now he's not so hot. But because Pop took my answer, I'm going to go with Kevin Owens.
I think Kevin's fine.
I forget he's in the company at times.
I think he's fine because he has a title match.
He has a title match, but I don't know. I don't see the crowd popping for him like they did at one point.
He feels like a tag along in that match too.
He does feel like a tag along.
Well, that match shouldn't be happening because that was the match that should have been LA Knight's match.
Good point.
And that's why KO goes on to win that match.
LA Knight was supposed to fight Logan Paul unless what they're going to do, and this is, I could definitely see this happening.
Paul's going to lose.
No, I think Logan's going to win because they got SummerSlam in his hometown.
He might as well.
Okay, so if Cody wins, I could see
that match.
See Logan Paul losing the Intercontinental title.
US Championship.
Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes, SummerSlam.
If they do that angle, I can see that. But Logan Paul is going to be in a title picture come SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But I could see him winning this. I could see him keeping this, especially with the Prime endorsement that he got going on too. That's supposed to start that day. I could see him winning, especially against Randy and Kevin Owens. Neither one of them is going to take the title from him.
How is Logan Paul going to go from the U.S. Championship all the way up to the Universal Championship in like 2.5 months?
Oh, they could make that happen. That's nothing.
Yeah,
that's Logan.
I mean,
Paul.
he started off there. He fought Roman and wherever it was.
It doesn't take long for him to get him that way, especially if they're going to be in Cleveland. That's going to be nothing for them. But LA Knight should be the guy that should have then dethroned him. Like when they screwed up Gunther's match. That match has been screwed up, right? There's no way Sami Zayn should have been in that match. And they put that match, it's like here's a consolation prize, Sammy, for what you did last year. Sammy's momentum's died. Kevin's momentum is gone. Like all the things that they're doing good, there's still some guys that are like they're bottom feeding right now because
are they using Randy Orton at all?
Is Randy Orton's in the title picture? Randy Orton shouldn't be in the title
that's right.
picture.
That's right. Sorry. Yeah, against Logan. Jesus Christ.
Against Logan with Kevin. So it's a 3-way. That match doesn't make sense to me.
Well, just because Randy's never won the U.S. title. That's the one title he hasn't won yet.
Okay, so get Sheamus to win the IC title. Because I prefer Sheamus.
Sheamus isn't even wrestling anymore.
He'll be back. He'll probably be back the next day.
AEW.
Yeah, he's going AEW, bro.
Yeah. So
those are all great points. That mess of a match in Royal Rumble really killed a lot of matches or a lot of people's stuff. LA Knights, Randy's, and AJ Styles pretty much in the crapper.
You know what? But you said who did it hurt the most? But I'll tell you the person that got the best out of it. Besides The Rock, we know The Rock was going to be on top of no matter what. Drew gained the most because if it wasn't for CM Punk getting injured, Drew would not be in this discussion. And Drew is on fire right now.
Yeah. Everything's coming up Drew right now.
Yeah. So Drew is gaining the momentum that he needed. And besides, I like Drew as a good guy. He was a really good babyface when he had that title. I liked him as he felt very classic in his style, and I like that this version of Drew is more of a heel than he was beforehand, where he was like, I don't know if I'm a heel, but now he's like full-fledged healed. But man, the guy knows exactly what he's talking about, what he's doing. And there's some sense of realism in the way he's doing things, especially the way, like, who would have guessed that Drew McIntyre will be able to go toe and toe on the mic with CM Punk? Like, I wouldn't have guessed that 2 years ago. Yeah. But he's doing it, and in some cases, he's outperforming CM Punk. Well, CM Punk got him on the chosen line, but you know those T-shirts, man, I love them. He's going to Mindy's Bakery.
Can you see Pop's question, Izzy? May I ask a question to all of you, like around the horn? Is there a way to turn Roman face?
Absolutely. I think this is the easiest way.
Yep.
The easiest way is The Rock beats him up. That's
you find out that The Rock
beats him up and steals his faction?
Yeah.
Well, how about The Rock gets him to lose at the end, and then like, so if Cody wins, say night one goes like, how about The Rock gets pinned by Cody somehow, right? So that the next day there's no bloodline rules, right?
I don't think that's happening, but go ahead.
But then The Rock comes down anyway, and the bloodline try to interfere, and then all these other people come in to protect them or whatnot, and then The Rock gives them the business.
I'm gonna throw a wild one in. I'm gonna throw a wild pitch in there. Okay, check this out. All right. So what's more fun than Roman turning face? Is John Cena turning heel? That's what everybody's clamored for years.
I don't see that happening.
It may not happen. I'm just saying, like, if it would happen, it would be a lot funner. That's what I want.
I agree, it would be funner, but I don't think it's not going to work. It's not his brand.
It's not his brand. It's not
more movies.
That's the only thing he hasn't done. Like, do it, Cena. Do it, bro.
Yeah.
Get your shit together.
He was a heel. But he doesn't do heel well. I don't think he was like Hogan when Hogan first turned heel. He didn't know what to do with himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he was still doing the brothers and all that stuff, and then they were like, "Dude, you gotta like act like a heel." So I don't think Cena has it in him right now because he's still kind of like that part-timer now, and he's not even a part-timer. He flat out say he doesn't have that much time left.
No, we're looking at one more mini run out of him at most.
Yeah, so and I don't think a heel run is gonna do it. What I see happening is the Bloodline wins on Saturday with a Rock victory. Rock gets the win. Rock gets the win because he has to get it. He gets the win. It may be pinning Cody, possibly pinning Cody. So they have that match in play. So Bloodline rules are in effect because again, we had the one-on-one match last year. This match has to be up the ante kind of match, right? So it has Bloodline rules is no holds bar, right?
Yeah, but the one-on-one match wasn't one-on-one last year.
Neither is any of the other matches, but still it was considered the one-on-one match. This time it's Bloodline rules. We do whatever we want. The idea of the Bloodline rules is that we could go outside of the ring, right? Because I could see this match going outside the ring, right? It goes outside the ring. It's going to be one within the ring, but it's going to go outside the ring. I see that happening. I see all this happening. And then I see Rock turning on Roman, not on Mania, but the next night on Raw.
Okay.
And Raw saying, you failed us. You failed us. Which he beats up Roman, and then Roman gets to go away. Right? He does the disappearing act like they always do, like Shawn Michaels did. I'm thinking the Shawn Michaels story, right? Beat him up, disappear for a while, and then return. And the Bloodline just becomes a new thing because Rock has to go too because he's going to be making an A24 movie.
I swear you're going to get a chance to talk, Alan.
It's okay.
Go for it, Alan.
Okay. All right.
Does he have your permission?
Yes. I don't get to do this show, so this is my first time.
You're good, bro. No. It's okay because you have all this pent up like things you want to talk about, and it's hard not to talk about them, and it's quite all right, man.
Yeah, go for it.
But I don't see him being faced. I don't see how Roman is anything right now. All he is a placeholder until somebody else gets that belt. And I know you said none of them are clean. No, they're only not clean if Roman is involved. The Bloodline has to get involved for him to win.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, that's not fine. That's stupid.
No, but I'm saying that's fine because that's how heels win.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got a point.
But you can't have a guy that wins like that.
I was saying you had a point, Izzy.
Yeah.
No, I know. I'm saying I used Flair as an example. Flair's a perfect example of a guy that never really had a clean win.
Correct.
When
but
he was
Flair
a villain.
doesn't hold that record. You can't have a guy like that hold that record. That's why he's done. And I don't think he's going to turn face. I think Rock is going to try and take over the bloodline. I think Rock likes playing heel right now, even though he's not good at it.
No, he's on fire right now.
On fire for who?
He's on people. Trust me, he's on fire. He can't talk the way he used to though. That I can say.
Whenever he picks up on Mike, he's like an illiterate turd.
I just remember. Do you guys remember at the beginning when Solo first came? What did they say to him? What did they say? They said, "Who sent Solo?" The higher ups, right? What if it was The Rock that sent Solo as a plant the whole time?
They were building a story like that.
I think he's got a lot of talent, and I think he could be, if you could turn him to make him be like the face. He could be that guy.
I can't see that.
At least we're talking about these guys. Nobody brings up the Usos anymore.
They got their own thing going. Which I'm going to have fun with that. But they have their own thing going right now.
I think Solo Sikoa could do it. I think he really could.
Now I
Yokozuna
would say the wild card to me is Seth. Seth is a wild card. Why did he get himself involved in this?
He wanted to seem relevant because he was losing steam.
Yeah. He's a tag along.
1 second, guys. That's cool, Pop. I was actually Izzy, before you showed up in the backstage, I wanted to end early tonight because I'm just wiped from work and my week, and I'm just not feeling the best. So I'm gonna pop out, but you guys keep it going. You've got an active chat tonight. Pop doesn't really want to end it, so he just messaged me, and that's all good. Like I'm gonna pop off here. I'm beat. I will listen in bed.
I love you.
So everybody have a good week. I will see you next Thursday.
Have a good week, brother.
Next Thursday's going to be good. I'll try my best.
See me even more. You can check me on Bleeker's Church Sunday, and of course, Comic Viking, and I always do videos. Peace out, everybody. Have fun, guys.
Thanks a lot, Beckerman. Yeah.
Well, I think we should diagnose Alan as Becker's spot. So, Alan, go ahead.
Well, he just took the spot right there. Did you see the way the camera moved?
Okay,
so right in the spot.
First and foremost, Papa, you didn't pay my fee because I signed Beckerman with a free agent deal a long time ago. All right, so you got to pay a fee for that type of service. He left his own show.
Damn. That's awesome.
All right. But Biggie, did you ever James, did you say anything about Roman turning face? Do you think it's possible?
Well, I just said, like, what if like so The Rock causes them to lose somehow on night 1, right? So then Roman has to do it by himself on night 2, but then something happens where Rock gets, say Rock got pinned by Cody on night 1, okay? So then obviously he wants to fuck him up on Sunday, right? So he comes down and tries to do it anyway. And then, I don't know, somehow he ends up rock bottoming Roman, right? And then Cody's almost going to win, but then he doesn't. And then the next night on Raw, Roman's like, out there celebrating. And then he tries to turn the bloodline on Roman or on The Rock. And then he's like, actually, and then they turn on him.
I see them turning on The Rock. I mean, not on The Rock, on Roman. They're going to turn on him big time.
Roman with
100%, right?
Yeah, it's totally happening. Nation of Domination all over again.
100%.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Right? But what I don't I don't see the complication of Rock allowing a loss. That's the part that doesn't work for me. I can't see The Rock purposely losing so that it's a one-on-one match, because it's WrestleMania. One-on-one match like that, it's just not going to happen.
No, but like I said, so like maybe, you know, Roman's beating down Cody right at the end of the match. Rock tags himself in, or makes Rock tag him in, or makes Roman tag him in, and then he goes in and then gets small packaged.
All right. So
right?
it's the
and then
Mania
he's
is
pissed off because now he doesn't have his bloodline, right? He's got to win it clean, but then they come down and try to interfere anyway, and he's like, you know.
I think there will be some surprises on the Raw after Mania, but my track of mind is it's a 2-night pay-per-view. So most of the turns and most of the things are going to happen the first night, and then it'll pump up the second night to where even more viewers will want to watch it. So it's probably going to be something during the tag. You'll see the two team factions kind of deal. Cody will have some more backup besides Seth, or however it works out. You know, I think that's what we might see.
Yeah. So here's what I see. Like I said this already. I see Bloodline winning that first match. 1, so Rock could get a victory. But 2, if the Bloodline loses, where's Rock in night 2?
Who cares?
He can't be involved.
Who cares?
TKO cares. I'm gonna tell you right now.
No,
TKO cares.
No, they don't.
They do. They do because he's money.
No,
you gotta keep it. You also got to look at it from the perspective of who's gonna draw more people to watch. Obviously, The Rock will.
Okay, no.
Obviously, you don't think The Rock will draw more money?
The
last 14 events have sold out because he was there.
The whole reason we are here now is because they tried The Rock coming in, boasting everything, and him and Roman at WrestleMania. They realized the fans are like,
they goofed that story up.
Sorry, Papa. That's BS, and we don't want that.
Story. That story was supposed to happen this year, only if Cody won last year. People still want to see that match, and it's current state. They don't want to see it anymore.
Why do they want to see that match?
I personally don't want to see Cody win at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good for his story.
I honestly
don't think it's good for his story, to be honest with you. I don't think that
Cody has always lost. AEW, he did the exact same stupid thing, and it
always
screwed him up.
The storybook though, like, oh, he's come up from the hards, you know.
This is where I agree with Roman.
Oh, he went through all the adversity just to win.
Well, that's
no one ever loses. No one ever gets up to that high and then is disappointed by.
Well, the problem is that when you're climbing the ladder as much as Cody climbs it, sooner or later you have to come down that ladder, right? But the only way it's going to work for Cody is that he has to leave with that title. Now he could lose it. He could get cashed in by Damian Priest for all I care, right? Because that's another thing that no one's talking about. But I don't think Damian's going to touch the world title.
We were talking about that a little bit before.
I think Damian's going to go after Gunther or even no. I think he's going to go after Gunther.
I think he's going after Rollins, honestly, and McIntyre.
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that happening. But if McIntyre wins, he's not going after McIntyre. Not yet, at least. Because if McIntyre wins, then I guarantee you Cody's winning.
The only way I want to see, I'll be honest, if Cody win is if he comes down as Stardust. Legit, think about it though. The psychological games that he would play, he'd be like,
Cody hates Stardust.
What? Exactly.
Okay. Dude, Cody Rhodes is the number one in WWE right now.
Yeah, he's
in everything. He is the top. He is the top dog. They don't want to see him. Nobody wants to see him lose.
Cody's gonna have a run. He'll probably lose the title quickly though.
I think he loses it at like Survivor Series.
Yeah, that's usually how they do it.
In the title, you guys.
No, they usually do that. That's usually the approach. The approach is that they win the title, and somewhere after SummerSlam is when they lose it, and it goes back to heel. So, but we've had the Roman. You know, the whole thing with the whole Roman, the It should have happened last year, but McMahon didn't want it to happen for some stupid reason. It should have happened last year. It really should have happened last year. And then they put themselves in this position where, yeah, they wanted to get the Roman Rock, and Rock was all in for that. And then this whole momentum with Cody just screwed that up, because you're going to tell me they planned this? Hell no, they didn't plan this.
The only reason Rock is there is because of Vince McMahon stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
Because no one's talking about that now.
Of course.
Because Rock is there.
Except CM Punk.
Well.
Who chose you again? Can you tell me who chose you?
I mean, we can't ignore the fact that The Rock hasn't had a big blockbuster movie in a while either. That's part of the reason.
Well, yeah.
Because they could have brought somebody else in.
So you got, and it is WrestleMania 40. So this is a milestone. And this will also be TKO's first WrestleMania. So they're going to throw out all the money for this one.
Yeah. Wasn't their first TKO episode the debut of The Rock coming back? Isn't that how it went?
Well, no. The Rock coming back is when they hired him. So they gave him, they put him in the board, and then they gave him
but he came back to the
week that all the charges came against Vince.
Yeah. So it was around that time. Yeah. First time you seen him on Raw.
Yeah. So
conveniently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, conveniently, right? Oh, we need to find a way. And then Rock, do you want your name back? We'll put you as a board member. You know, maybe he's not. I doubt that in this case.
I mean, The Rock coming back opens up the door to all the guys that haven't been around in a while, because we see The Rock's here now. Who knows what's going to happen? It's really out there.
Yeah. I honestly think, a lot of people don't want to see Cody win. There's no way around it. He's winning.
There is not a lot of people want to see. Are you serious?
You talk to Durs, he doesn't want him to win.
Okay.
Not a lot of people want Cody to win.
2 people on this panel and 1 person. How about the almost billions of people that do want Cody to win?
The money's proven it. That's the whole point.
But
the whole point is he's selling more than anybody without the strap. That's the whole point.
Well, here's the thing. Cody fits the WWE mode of who they want a champion to look and feel like. He fits it to a T, right? And then what makes it even more important is that, I hate to use the term, but he has a story behind it.
Are they scared that Cody might run off with the accolades? Nah. Is that kind of? I don't know, bro. He was the top of AEW at one point, bro.
Look, he's the top of AEW because he helped build AEW. That's all. And that's all.
That's another reason why they might be afraid to give him the belt.
No.
What if he takes the belt and he's like, all right, guys, I'm out? Because he could really do that, bro. If anybody can do it, he could.
He has a major contract. He ain't going nowhere.
Huge contract. He ain't going nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere. Right? So
okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So what Cody did was he made himself bigger than he was by leaving WWE. Because remember, he walked out of WWE. He wasn't released. He left. He left and he made himself in the Indies, and he did something in New Japan and then NWA and all that stuff. So he was planting the seeds for always. He was always thinking about coming back. He was always thinking about it, but he wanted to come back in his fashion. So when the opportunity came and AEW was a thing, he was like, "Oh, I could do AEW." And then finally, the contract with AEW wasn't working for him. Because why would you be an idiot and say, I'm never gonna fight for the world title ever again? And he kept that promise, but why would you do that? It sounds stupid, right? Or maybe they had something in mind, but it sounds stupid. But afterwards, when the opportunity arose and he was like, AEW wasn't working for him, there you go, WWE say, hey, you want to come back? And he was like, can I come back like this? Can I come back like this? Because now he had leverage, which he didn't have back then. The whole AEW thing gives you leverage. So they brought him back, and they had plans with him. He got injured in the process.
What's up, Emmy?
And that slowed it out. That slowed his momentum. But then he quickly built it up. Because let's be honest, he's the son of a plumber, and the plumber knows how to talk. So he learned a lot from Dusty. He learned a lot from Dusty.
Running a wrestling business.
About the American dream.
No, I'm just saying. Did you ever see that Did you ever see the promo he cut in the Hall of Fame for Dusty?
Yeah, it was just
that
like
was before
Dusty.
he was anybody. Like I knew he was gonna be something when he cut that promo. I was like, "Ooh, where this came from?"
Yeah,
he wasn't even dashing.
He don't have the abnormal body type like Dustin and Dusty had. He looks like a normal dude, so that helps a little bit, I think.
He looks beyond a normal dude. He looks like a champion, and he dresses like
up. No, but what I think Biggie's saying is he's not like fat, for lack of a better term, and he's not overly muscular like he takes roids 4 times a day.
Yeah,
he's none of that. He is your average dude that works out. That's it.
He's larger than most people, right? Because he's still bigger than most people. I think he's like 6'1", 6'2", which is like a really good height. That's like Bret Hart level, right? So very similar to Bret Hart, but he also has charisma. He could cut a really good promo, you know. And now he's dressing up like Flair, so he's like Dusty and Flair.
His clothes or his ring attire, I would think, is better than everybody. When they show the pictures after a pay-per-view, they always show Cody. So I don't know, man. It's hard to.
So he's winning. I don't see it any other way.
Yeah, well, we could all be marks and think he's winning, and he may lose.
I don't think he is.
Yeah, I think
we've been disappointed before.
WrestleMania.
I agree. He should have won last year.
He should have. They should have had him do it last year. Yeah.
I know it just reinforces the Hogan streak. Like he lost, maybe the Hogan streak was 10% away. I just bring it up one more time. I don't care.
I agree with Comic Journey, man. Cody's overrated.
I agree. He's overrated, but at the same time, those kids love him.
No, hold on.
A new John Cena, and Cody's that guy.
How is he overrated when AEW was like almost toe to toe with WWE while he was over there? How is he overrated?
Overrated in what way? His wrestling acumen, his ability to cut a promo, his look, what?
He's more suited like the U.S. title, Intercontinental title. I don't really see a heavyweight title. He's not. No. To me, I don't know. You know, but
when he was on top at AEW, WWE was shitting their pants. They was like, they took Cody and they made him a monster, and he was like, people were more interested in AEW at that time. When Jericho was still a little bit relevant and Cody was doing his thing, it was like, wow, Cody knows how to put together a show. Wow, Cody put together a really nice set of people on who's coming next. Now it's toast. Nobody really cares about AEW, but at that point was their peak, in my opinion.
I just don't understand how Cody is not the heavyweight champ, like in your eyes. Like especially Izzy, when you said he is the picture perfect champion.
He is the picture perfect. But I think with Cody is that I see him as a champion. Don't get me wrong. And I do think he's a bit overrated because he's a little I wouldn't say fully overrated the way CJ puts it, but I would say there is an element of Cody that's just maybe a little too much. But to defend him a little bit more, he is a cookie cutter champion. He is what they want in a champion.
Okay. Why is Roman better than Cody then?
Oh, I never said Roman was better than Cody.
Okay, so then Roman's overrated.
Oh, Roman's been overrated.
Okay.
Roman's been overrated a long time, man. This turn of Roman helped him out a bit. And he has more freedom to kind of say what he wants to say. But if it wasn't for Heyman.
No. Yeah. Flair was never overrated.
No, never. No, not Ric Flair. No. You're talking
Lex
about
Luger was overrated.
Lex Luger, yes.
Yeah,
and
he's a very generic wrestler.
Yeah.
Did anybody crack up laughing when The Rock was beating Cody, and then you had Pharaoh right there looking at Cody and getting beat up like the dog? That made me crack up laughing. It's like, man, they beat him up in front of the dog, man. It's not even this. Poor dog. I see this whole thing. No one talks about the Pharaoh. Poor Pharaoh.
It made Cody look so insignificant. Like, okay, you whooped everybody in the bloodline, and then here comes The Rock, and you can't lay one freaking finger on him? Come on, bro.
But that's the point of
how I think that was purposefully done. Yeah.
No, that's the point of how they're making The Rock better than Roman. And that's where the problem lies. The Rock coming into this title picture screwed everything up for Roman more than anyone else. You know?
Yeah. We've been saying, a lot of us have been agreeing with that. It's all to, I mean, he came in wanting to be the good guy. That didn't work out, so he had to be the bad guy. But it started off with him wanting what he wanted. He wanted Roman.
Yeah.
And now it's, now I want Cody. Okay,
and
we'll
if
see.
they really wanted, Rock versus Roman, what they should have never had Cody win the Rumble. That's how you knew it was. They didn't know what they were doing at that time. Because it could have gone to CM Punk, he would have won it, or Drew McIntyre winning the match, and then they would have gone over Seth, which left the picture open for Rock Roman.
I do think I brought up the Rhodes curse, and I think it's a good thing to bring up because Dusty kind of got gimmicked out. Dustin did as much as he could with Goldust, and we might just be at the end of the Rhodes curse where they just don't want to put Rhodes over because they're afraid they're smart.
But I think that's a McMahon thing. I honestly think that was a McMahon thing.
We'll find out soon enough. I don't know yet.
Refresh my memory. What was the thing that McMahon had against the Rhodes in general? Not because of their looks. I get the look part of it, but there was a time no one was hotter than Dusty.
Yeah.
I believe
maybe it was because he was fat.
Conflict between them. I forgot what it was, but I heard it somewhere. But yeah, Dusty pissed him off some way, somehow. And honestly, you know what happens when you piss off Vince McMahon back then.
Yeah. Because that was the 70s when he pissed him off.
Yeah.
But in the 80s, Dusty was in Crockett Promotion, which was NWA. And dude, you couldn't touch Dusty at that time.
And the final boss gimmick that Rock is going now, the final boss, that is actually something that I'm getting on board with because he is on the board. Everybody knows he's on the board, and he has a say in what's going on. Yeah. He doesn't have the final say, but normal
but it
fans
also
don't
hurt.
really care about that.
But it hurts Roman by calling him the final boss.
It does hurt Roman, and that's because they're getting rid of Roman.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna go bye-bye.
Yeah, they pretty much said that he was gonna take a hiatus.
Maybe you guys just answered yourselves. I was just thinking, so maybe they do win. Maybe Bloodline wins both night 1 and night 2, and then on Monday night, Roman goes, "Remember you talking that shit before, and you caused all this."
Yeah,
and then
So what? Turn him face as a champion? I think he needs to lose everything.
Well, that's what he's going to try to do, make him lose everything.
Yeah.
So maybe you are right. Maybe they do put the strap on Cody and then have Rock turn and then but then it's just then he doesn't have anything that Roman wants. He doesn't have a title. He'd have the bloodline, and he wouldn't want that. So that kind of doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Here's the only thing I don't understand with The Rock.
And then moving forward, The Rock would have the bloodline instead of Roman.
Yeah, but what would The Rock want with the bloodline?
To win the belt from Roman.
But that's the catch. Does he want, at this stage in his career, does he want the commitment of being the world champion? I see you, Papa. Yeah, it's always temporarily.
Possibly.
Mm-hmm. I can't.
It's not like they don't have an absentee champion already.
I get that, but I don't see him wanting the belt anymore. I think he's already he's like a been there, done that kind of thing.
Does he want to be known as the top Samoan? Absolutely.
Oh yeah, that head of the table business. That's what I think he wants that more than anything.
You mean Rock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because he's a narcissist. I mean, he's not as big as a narcissist as Vince, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this version of The Rock is.
He's gonna need the belt to pass Roman up, dude. He's gonna need it. He can't do it without it.
Yeah, he can.
He could take Roman's spot as head of the table without the belt, and Roman's still the world champ. I don't know, bro.
Yep.
Roman's not going to be the world champ. That's the thing.
That would help.
You saying Rock needs the belt, or just Roman doesn't need to have it?
I think he kind of needs it. I think he.
I don't think The Rock
I mean, if he could beat him clean, maybe, but it would help if he had the belt for sure.
I don't think The Rock needs the belt at all.
Rock
I think The Rock
belt at all.
that's the catch. That's the problem. The problem here was the match. The match that people wanted with Roman and Rock was for head of the table, not for championship. And
that can make a whole pay-per-view. That is a good angle. Like, okay, Cody gets the belt, Rock versus Roman. Those are two big. That's good.
Yeah. That was supposed to have been the match in that fashion. The belt had to get out of the picture in order for that match to happen. Now that the belt is in the picture, it screws things over. You know? Yeah, Brock, I doubt we'll ever see Brock ever again.
We will never see Brock again because he's caught up in that legal crap too.
Yeah.
He got named. So he's done. He's not coming back.
And to be honest, I think Brock's fine with that. So pick up the phone, Alan.
He just called me. Fine. I'll mute.
That's
all right. So Izzy, besides the Rock and Roman stuff, are you excited about any of the other matches coming soon, or any more gimmicks going on?
I'm excited for Ripley versus Becky Lynch, because I really don't know where that's gonna go. Like, part of me wants to say that Rhea's gonna win. Another side of me thinks that Becky's gonna try to get the win. So I'm really excited for that. I'm super hyped for the 6-pack tag team match, though.
A lot of people like that, yeah.
Yeah, because that's gonna bring back the whole TLC match. That's trying to recreate the TLC match. That's what that is, especially with the participants involved in that match. I know that the gimmick for that match is that two teams are gonna end up trying to win it. So that's how they split the belts, which I think would be stupid if they did that. Gunther, the Gunther match, I'm pretty much excited for a lot of the matches. I think all the matches have potential to be great. Even Logan Paul, because Logan Paul seems to deliver, man. Like, in all fairness, I get surprised to see how Logan Paul gets like what he does, man. It's like, this guy knows, he kind of knows what he's doing in the ring.
Very athletic, yeah. He does some good moves.
And the heelish moves that he does. You know,
yeah.
Who wins the tag team belt? Oh, that's a hard one. That's a real part of me wants DIY to win.
Awesome Truth.
I don't think Awesome Truth's going to win it. That's the one group I think's not going to win. I don't think Awesome Truth's going to win it, and I don't think the New Day is going to win it. I feel that it's DIY's match because everybody's talking about, this is your first Mania. This is your first Mania. You know, or we could get surprise. And I'm gonna throw something that's real wild card. And tell me what you think about this one. What if, because it is possible, what if we get the Motor City Machine Guns?
Hardy Boys.
Oh, damn, that's crazy, yeah.
Hardy Boys, no, because they're contracted.
Oh, man. Jeff Hardy's in a bad spot. I don't know.
Matt Hardy is going to get out of the contract, but Jeff is stuck in his contract. They will have to buy out his contract or release him. But it's not enough time for them to show up in WWE. So they're not involved. But
what about the Dudleys?
Nah, I don't see them. I don't see it because of Devon. Devon can't really wrestle anymore. You know,
well,
but
I think
the Motor City Machine Guns. Here's why I think the Motor City Machine Guns could be it, because their contract with TNA is up on April 1st. Like, they're gone.
They just trademarked their they're Motor City Machine Guns again.
Yeah. Yeah, but they do things like that all the time, and I think WWE is a different place now. So I could see them show up. Now, will they have an impact? That's the question of the day. But imagine them in WWE, even for one little run. They're popular enough. They're a tag team. No one was a bigger tag team than them at one time. You know what I mean? It's just that they don't have the, I guess you could say the
size,
the TV time. I was thinking that the size I don't think is a big deal. But Chris Sabin and this guy, I can't remember this guy's name, Alex Shelley. I think they would like to go to WWE and at least try once to be there. In fact, I think all of them do, like the Young Bucks and everybody. But I could see Motor City Machine Guns being a surprise tag team in that match. Because, to be honest, that's the kind of match that they will excel in.
They're good.
They're all about the flippy doodads, as they say. And you need more flippy doodah guys in that match. You know? I think Damian Priest is going to be like really weak in that match. Because he's got to probably be the only real big guy in that match. Because are there any other big guys in that match right now? I can't think of any big guys in that match.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, I'm gonna have to tear out. I appreciate the show, Pop. Maybe let Willie get his Willie Damas in, and Alan will come back. But I'll see y'all next week, man. I'm glad to have you on, Izzy. It was a lot of fun talking wrestling with you.
I'll see if I can stop by next week, man. It's just I wanted to stop by at least one of these times, but I'm gonna step out too because I have been up since 4:30 in the morning. So
gross.
So I am tired, but I had to stop by and say what's up. So I don't know, Papa, if you're gonna keep it running for now, but I do believe that they can be WWE material, if that's the question you had. Chris Sabin and Alex Shea as a tag team, yes, definitely. As singles competitors, it might be a little harder for them, but tag teams, yeah. So I can see that. All right, guys. It was fun. Papa, I love you, bro. Willie, it's great talking to you. And
have a good one, Izzy.
Tell Alan, thanks for the box. I opened it up. I love it. And you guys will get to see that video soon. So take it easy, fellas. Peace.
Good night. Then there were three. Alan, if you're around, come say goodbye after, bro.
Bye, everybody.
Peace. Catch you guys next Thursday.
Sorry, I had to go say bye.